a city as teeming with life as this is, there are thousands, if not millions, of stories worth telling. Stories about regular human beings in unusual circumstances. And the master of that kind of movie must surely be Kim Ki-duk. 45-year-old Kim Ki-duk didn't go the film school route. In fact, he had little academic training at all. After studying art in Paris, he returned to Seoul in the mid-90s and started making films on a shoestring. Since then, he's been relentlessly prolific, knocking out 12 features in a decade. Kim has become an international critics' darling, winning awards at many major festivals, including Berlin and Venice. I exaggerate not when I assert that the totally unconventional Kim Ki-duk is like no other director on the world stage.
The
most important element for me in making films is the location. With the location is my top priority. What follows then are the characters, narrative and style. If there are really important props or sets needed, I will produce them or find them myself. I also do my own location scouting. I write my own scenarios, which can be changed at any time during shooting.
Spring, summer, autumn, winter and spring is known as Kim Ki-duk's Buddhist film. Set on a floating monastery, it compares the literal seasons to the seasons of life. Now, hang on, I think I know what you're thinking. It sounds naff, but actually, it's utterly zen-tastic. It was filmed over a full year, the production stopping and starting again when the seasons changed. An extraordinary testament to the respect accorded Kim Ki-duk. Not only were his financial backers as patient as that monk guy, but his low-paid cast and crew were willing to put their lives repeatedly on hold, all trusting in a film that didn't even have a script.
The film Spring, Summer, Autumn, Winter and Spring didn't have a scenario. It was filmed with just a treatment or synopsis. Each season had a synopsis the length of an A4 piece of paper. With this, the script was changed freely when it was shot.
안 터져요? 그래? 꼴짝이긴 꼴짝이네.
뭐 하느냐?
Spring, Summer, Autumn, Winter, Spring was Kim Ki-duk's biggest hit in America, where viewers happily submerged themselves in the alternate reality of its floating monastery. Now, Kim's films don't lull you slowly and gently under their spells. No, they tug you right in, often with a first-act surprise, such as in Samaritan Girl, where a sweet teenage hooker who seems to be our main character suddenly plunges out of a window.
안 돼, 재영아! 재영아!
People say that there are female characters in my films who are tragic and self-harmful. I think everyone is living lives of self-harm, harming others or being harmed. We are living within this infrastructure. The film just portrays this in a more exaggerated way.
The dying girl has a last request. She wants a visit from a client she liked. So her best friend tries to persuade him to make the effort.
친구가 병원에 있어요. 알죠, 재영이? 지난번에 만났잖아요.
He finally agrees, but only after he gets what he wants.
치우라니까.
빨리 해요.
빨리 하는 만큼 친구한테 빨리 가는 거야. 죽어가고 있잖아. 떨지 마. 떨지 마.
돈도 많이 들지도 않고.
My movies are all low budget, without spectacular action. I think that as Korean audiences mature, they will appreciate the more realistic pace of my films.
Although any given scene in a Kim Ki-duk film might play out in excruciatingly real time, his storylines often develop and shift with breathtaking speed.
누구세요?
The second half of Samaritan Girl takes an abrupt turn as her father tracks down her clients one by one, then lays on the guilt and shame, Asian style.
해도 너무하지 않아? 입이 쓴 말 해봐!
당신 누군데 이래? 내 남편이 뭘 어쨌다고? 당신은 왜 바보같이 맞고만 있어? 뭘 잘못해서? 왜 우리 아빠 때려? 정말 미친 아가씨야 진짜!
너 왜 그러니? 응? 뭐 잘못한 거 있어? 응?
더러운 새끼. 지 딸보다 어린애 구멍이나 파고 걔 젖도 그러진 않아.
Kim's little worlds are compelling and somehow believable. And he usually pulls off this feat without a lot of needless chit-chat.
저는 이제 그
It is true that my movies do not have much dialogue. It is to suggest that spoken words are meaningless. As the world has developed, spoken words have become full of lies and hypocrisy. The absence of dialogue, therefore, is to emphasize what you do, your actions. And since nuances are very difficult to translate in foreign films, I have chosen for characters to have very little dialogue.
보다 더 위선적인 면들이 많기 때문에